All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this game 2 of this international bracket match between Smile and 1S here in King of the Sea 13 as we spawn into northern waters. Smile is the green spawn, the north spawn this game. They are bringing double Ohio, Des Moines, double Napoli, Moskva, double Daring, and a Marceau. Stats, what is 1S doing on the bottom end of the map?
They've got Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Napoli, Moskva, and then they've gone for 4 destroyers. They've gone for a Daring, which is going to head towards B by the looks of it, and then triple Marceau, and they're splitting that 2 Marceaus towards the A cap, 1 Marceau towards the C cap, trying to go for that early cap advantage. Of course, that's going to be matched on the north side by Smile on the C cap, but they should be able to get to A, no problem at all.
Now, this is the second...
Yeah, we saw 1S doing exact same
exactly.
earlier.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. We've seen them play this map today already with basically this exact same kind of thing.
So Daring's going to contest each other in the middle. That's no surprise. Smile are not sending a radar to the middle by the looks of it.
Nope.
The Moskva is heading over towards A, so the Daring for 1S is going to be non-radared. I suspect that the Moskva, who is it, forced, is going to head up towards the island, so Smile's Daring in the middle will be under a radar potentially. But initially, there's nothing near, so both these Darings are going to be able to just contest against each other. No other interference.
Fairy taking some early damage, trading shells here with Rosella across the C cap. Both of these Marceaus going to get pushed off the cap. I thought. No. Ha! Rosella pulling the handbrake.
Yeah, this
is going to remain on the cap.
1S Marceau, very brave there, just stopping and reversing, trying desperately not to lose the points, the cap points. That's worked out really, really well for that Marceau.
Well, on the 2-9, we have the aggressive muscles again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this Daring's going to have to be rather careful. Wargaming buff clanmates in the Daring for Smile is currently spotting these Marceaus. They are going to turn south underneath the island. Of course, Daring does have the concealment advantage against these 2 ships.
So they did, so we didn't... Smile, we were talking about Smile's Moskva leaving, but Stepan turned around and snuggled up next to this island in about D4. His radar has driven wind off the cap as now forced counter radar from the south is looking to do the same to Meduzko. Or Meduzko. I apologize. My brain was transposing letters. It's not going to work, though. Meduzko is going to pick up the cap, I think, right here? Wow, yep. He snuck it in right before he got slapped.
Yeah, the cap coming about half a second before the reset. Wind immediately contesting that cap.
Big hits on Meduzko as well.
We're seeing the Daring of Wargaming plus clanmates for Smile having another go at the cap here. Spotting these Marceaus, so the Daring knows exactly where they are and is facing away from the caps to run off if necessary.
Yuhua's Des Moines spotted, his radar's up.
Yeah, this transition up to this island can be quite dangerous, but there's nothing directly... You know, there's nothing with the broadside on Yihua, so that push shouldn't be too bad. Smoke being laid out by the Napoli on the Smile side for the Des Moines, so they can both push down.
The Ohio gets some chip shells into Yihua. He's actually lost about 10,000-12,000 HP for this play because he's got several people shooting at him. Oh, big hits from the Ohio there at that angle. Look at that. Yihua now down to about 12k.
Do you remember a few seconds ago where I said it should be fine? I retract that statement.
It's not fine. It's never fine when there's...
It's totally not fine.
Would you like to reconsider your assessment, sir?
I would. Yes, please. Yihua is in a very dangerous position. Even having got to the island, that is going to be a very difficult position to hold.
He's going to be an easy pick target for these guys the next time they can get eyes on him because he's still burning over there. He's still shedding HP.
There is actually shells coming in from across the map. Nope, not quite. That was a very long-range shot there from Maniac in the Ohio. Okay, Ohio v Ohio, AP versus AP. Nothing much doing for Riders shells.
You know what
Also not doing much.
You know what else I like about this, about the 1-2 line right now? I don't think that DNO is going to slow down. Well, he is slowing down. For a minute, well, I know. As soon as I looked over there, he pulled the handbrake, of course. But I was like, you know, I bet they move up and try to get this kill on the Des Moines, because they might be able to do it without losing a ship. Especially the Napoli could theoretically get up there and do it and then smoke.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't have anything across the map that can really shoot Yihua.
Yeah, they don't.
They do have to go around the island to get it. Although the Daring is trying.
Wargaming buff clanmates. Buff clanmates. That's actually a really smart play. Trying to get another fire there. Did get some damage in.
Yihua
taking some hits in return.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm not sure that was worth it.
No, probably not. But I like the attempt and I like the aggression. Right. I like to see them go for it there. Tons of pressure here on Smile.
The thing that's the most shame about the situation is that Wargaming buff clanmates lost all the cap points, and so it's going to take a while to get that cap.
Yeah. But, you know, we're 6 minutes into this game, and Smile 1S at one point owned all the caps. There's a ton of pressure on Smile here before they find themselves upside down, like 300 points if they're not careful.
Daring gets the cap. Nope, gets reset again.
Nope. Yep, reset right there at the last second.
Okay, these two cruisers above the island on the one line are just circling, trying to find an angle, trying to get an angle on that Des Moines. But this Napoli's going to have to be careful because, of course, it is a Des Moines and it has improved AP angles, fast firing. Got to be very careful. Of course, Nico has also put in a heal.
South of A, Conhan is going to take a couple of daring torps here. One on the bow, one on the belt. But, I mean, 1S has done a brilliant job of pushing these guys off every cap while still mostly preserving their health, with the exception of Yihua's Des Moines.
Yeah, the A cap is looking pretty sort of kind of 50-50 right now, but the rest of the map is totally not. 1S are very dominant on B and C.
Absolutely. And now, I will say, you know, having said that...
Look at B.
Yeah, I think Medusco is about to get his face melted off.
Shells coming in from across the map as well.
Well, between the Marceau, I don't know the status of the Moscow's radar. It's not. They've lost Medusco in the smoke for the moment.
Yeah.
But 100 HP in there.
Can Roselia get the blind
kill?
Him. Yes.
Yep.
Well, now 862 still spotted running. Moskva shells are in the air.
And
Roselia goes down.
It is a trade. So they claim the kill back, but yikes.
Yeah, so 1S actually keeping the cap, but the Marceau is still there, so Fairy for Smile is still around. Moskva, Marceau daring, still fairly even. Okay, Yihua is finally gonna go down.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing it yet. Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet.
So DNO just can't get far enough down without giving broadside to the Des Moines.
Yeah, plus that's some of it, and some of it is I think the Ohio position is keeping him honest as well. Yeah. They're doing a good job of forcing Conhanna back. I'll give him that. Smile does pick up the A cap. That stems the bleeding a bit, but they're still over 450 points down, and we're just now 9 minutes into this game.
Yihua popping that heal, was down to 4k. Yep, still receiving damage, down to 2.5.
Ohio shells coming in for Yihua. He's moving up. He's going to dodge them.
Yeah, I think all those shells keep landing in exactly the same spot, so that Des Moines player will be very well aware of how far it can reverse.
If Yihua goes off the board,
that's a fire.
But if he takes DNO with him, that's not a bad gig for them.
No, absolutely.
He puts the fire out. He's still alive on 480 HP. There he goes. They finally get him.
Shells in the air for DNO? No.
Nope.
Okay, so finally, Smile do have dominance over A.
They finally bag a kill too. That's their first one. No, I'm not. I lied. They got Rosselli earlier. My bad.
That's a big problem for
So-
Smile now. 1S is actually winning on 1 cap here, so they could just give up B for free if they really wanted to. And, I mean, they are also probably
Yeah.
gonna kill the Ohio here.
I mean, they have such a huge lead at this point, 400 points with half the game still to go. I mean, Smile's going to have to get on it, right? They can't sit around and wait, or they're going to find themselves just staring a loss in the face and having to make desperation plays.
Well, you say that, but the Ohio will probably wish he
Yeah.
would have waited.
Yeah,
Ryder
fair.
went into that cap on pretty much full health and is now down to 35k and hugging that island for dear life, trying to stop these Marceaus from getting shells on. I think Ryder will be there for a little while, trying to get a heal in. Here we see the replay of Napoli pushing over on the sea cap, taking a shot in the smoke there, taking a big whack. That was Zidrin up on the 10 line.
Saving great for Smile is they can actually block all 3 caps here. The question is, how many ships will they lose for that? Or will they be able to actually kill ships themselves?
Radar out from Stepan's Mosfar above the B cap. Wind in the Daring for 1S is currently spotted south of B.
They're trying to drive Wind off the cap so Ferry can pick it up, but for the moment, Wind is content to sit in there and take the fire of the single Daring. When he moves up just far enough, though, Ferry's going to have shots. He's not going to enjoy that very much.
Yeah, Daring popping a smoke while radared a little bit early maybe on that smoke.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure
that's a huge problem. Wind, that's going to cost him his ship as just like Kenny called it, Smile's now on all the caps, working that ship advantage that they've got.
Force Runus with broadside shots on the Ohio, but currently loaded for HE for the Destroyer. There we go, switching to the AP. Ohio not being able to do much to the Moskva. Torpedo stopping short. Ohio of Maniac has pushed into Charlie. And it's currently nose to stern with I Am Noob CV for 1S.
Yeah, he and Noob have been kind of pounding on each other for a bit here. You see there, Maniac going for full pins right into Noob's stern and getting them, knowing he's going to bounce anything off the belt.
Thing is, Noob has had to turn quite a long way to get those front turrets on, which is very risky. If you give just too much angle.
Now, I will say this, I like Noob's position better because he's going to be able to move up and get some cover here. But he's got to live long enough to do it.
The Ohio secondaries are doing work here.
They are. Napoli shells coming in as Noob puts the fires out. He's got to live to get onto hard cover after the salvo. Another decent salvo, but he's not trading very well right now.
Yeah, and he needs to accelerate and turn. Misses the Napoli volley just about.
I think the Ohio salvo is going to be able to clip him in the stern before he gets cover.
Shots coming from across the map from the Moskva to finish him.
Stepan's Moskva takes care of it. And just like that, they're up 3 ships. Smile back in this game for sure. Still down 130 points, but they're going to own all the caps here in a moment.
Yeah, and Runus is in trouble here. Force Runus up against the island, under fire from multiple angles, goes down to the Ohio. And suddenly the picture, as you just said, has changed completely.
Yeah. I really liked where 1S was, right? They had all of this pressure on Smile. But it felt like when they were only 1 ship down, it was like, okay. But I tell you, one of the things that look at the health of the Smile ships. None of those ships is all that healthy, but 1S has really struggled to convert kills in a way that Smile hasn't.
Yeah, indeed.
I think they're going to get Maniac here.
When you start to get a ship advantage, it also means that you have a guns advantage, and
yes.
A healthy ship can do just as much damage as a ship that's on 1 hit point. So that is a massive factor, the number of guns that you can bring to bear in focus fire. Maniac in the Ohio goes down for Smile.
They are going to get Maniac. That flips the lead back to 1S for just a moment at least. Smile taking up caps faster. Only about 35 points between these two teams here, 5 minutes to play.
So Fairy in the Marceau for Smile will try to get into Charlie to stop that. There's no radar up there, so it's only really the Napoli of Schlachtschiff that can get in there and and stop Ferry from contesting. But does Smile need to? No, I don't think they do. No, they don't.
Smile, yeah, no. I would say if I'm Smile, there's no way I'm driving that Marceau over there to get spotted and shot at. It's not necessary.
So
They're going to overtake the lead here without it.
Yep. Very shortly, Zidrin pushing Torps from the Napoli down to the other Napoli of 1S. Nothing is going to connect there.
Radar
Zidrin
coming up
down
at
here.
B. Radar coming up at B. One of the Moskvas, that's Stepan, as, yep, picking up the Marceau push into the cap. Smile converting that kill. Remember, you guys earlier were like, oh, Ryder, and he's still alive. He's bagged 2 kills from that position.
Absolutely. That does give Smile the lead with that kill.
Yeah, it's about to get even worse because Munan's going to go down, and there it is.
Well, Zidrin's going to go down as well, potentially. I think the Napoli for 1S is going to get that kill.
Even when he does, it's not enough, right? Like, the points are awesome. You know, that cuts your deficit to only 100 points. But with 4 minutes to play, they just don't have the ships left. They're going to lose Khan Hanna way over on the A line. In fact, I think Ryder's going to try and just go in for the ram and convert the kill. Like, why not?
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in having all the caps and all the points if you don't have the ships to control it.
There you go. So a game that Smile was way down on. They gave up a ton of board control. They slowly, methodically get the right kills at the right time, convert some critical kills, and go home with a 2-0 win.
Yep. They really did a good job getting their low HP ships to safety and switching them with their high HP ships. Like in retrospect, actually the Ohio, for example, pushing on A, he was full HP. Him pushing in relieved a lot of pressure from the 1-9, if there even was any. And he got some get angles into mid, so I guess that actually worked out really, really well.
Yeah, I think I quite often say that you think of ship hit points as a resource, and I think they spent those Ohio hit points quite well.
Yeah,
they are. Zath and I always talk about how you trade health for board position, right? You give up, if you want a specific board position, you have to give up health to get it. But what you've got to be able to do, or what you've got to punish your opponents, is when they get that board position, but they maybe stick a ship out just a little too far. You've got to be able to convert that kill, and 1S just not able to do that in this match as well as Smile did. They just didn't.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that they couldn't trade their 1-9 Des Moines with the Napoli there. That was pretty close. But that was not the sole reason they lost here.
No, it's not. But it's just to me, it's definitely a key factor, right? Really good match for both teams. I love this series, right? I really like this series of matches. It's unfortunate that we won't get a game 3 out of it, but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 1S giving Smile a run for their money there. I think there were a couple of moments in both those matches where we thought, well, certainly I thought in the first one, wow, 1S might actually have this. And then in this game we've just watched, 1S, we all said, oh yeah, they've
oh yeah, they definitely looked in the driver's seat here.
So yeah, Smile definitely as the champions, CIS champions, having to really work hard for that win. But congratulations to Smile. They will be 2-0 in the series and going through. And also, I think the studio will have a little bit of news for you about one of the other games where EU has a vested interest. Shaft versus KSC has a result. I won't spoil it right now. And with that, back to the studio.